Hello and welcome back. It's Steve at Bucks Coins. Today is a PreDecimal coin hunt. This is one of my favourite hunts. Right. My aim of the PreDecimal coin hunt is to get basically year runs together. Welcome back, Jester, who is holding on to my coins for me.
Keep your paws off my candy, buddy. Nope, I'm not in a sharing mood today.
And the first one, one of the most minted 1 pennies around, that's 1967. So it's going to be Queen Elizabeth II. Typical way of starting a hunt, isn't it? Come on, only one. Second one is Victoria. It's the veiled one, which is the last series of her particular coins, and that one is dated 1900. So it's the last but 1 year that the coins with her head on was issued. We now have a silver. It's 1950. It's the English shilling. There's also a Scottish version of this which has got one single line rampant on it. But those are 3 lines under the thing. That's England. And of course it's Elizabeth II. Another silver one. This half crown. Half crown of course was 2 and 6 in old money. This one is dated 1947. The head is George VI. Another Victorian penny. This one is dated 1899. So we've got a date run together already. Start of one. There we go. Got two out. We'll keep that one to one side. The first one, threatening bit. It's Elizabeth II, and it's quite very, very clean in fact. And it's from the last year of issue, which is 1967. The second coin I dragged out at the same time was a penny from 1912. 1912 will be George V. And there it is, George V. We have another half crown here from 1948. Again George VI, and that is a very clean one. First halfpence of the hunt, and it's from 1938. 1938 would be George VI. Next one, penny from 1940. Again George VI. Seems to be a bit of, I'm not sure what that is actually. It's white. It's a white thing. It's not discoloration. I don't think it's anything to do with tarnishing. I think something's actually got onto the coin and is stuck there. Next we have another halfpence, and this one is 1938, which will make it George VI again. Half penny. I've got 2 coins out again. The first one is Elizabeth II, and it's a silver 6-penny piece. It's not actually silver, and it's from the last year again, 1967. This, when the monetary decimalisation took over, this was one of the coins that was kept for a short while, and it was worth 2.5 pence. The other ones that were kept were the shilling coin, which is that one, which later became our 5-pence piece. The 2 shilling, which I've not actually got one as yet, and the half crown stayed on for a short while as well, which is that one. I haven't yet drawn out a 2 shilling bit or a florin. Second coin I took out at the same time was a 1967 half penny. drew two coins out again. A very bright, very clean one from the last year of minting. Penny coin again, this one 1967 again, but just look how clean and untarnished that coin is. That one will be going into the actual collection for the date run. Second coin I drew out was another threepenny bit. This one has a slightly different one. The first one that we drew out was a portcullis, which is the House of Commons thing that you see on the House of Commons 10p. This one looks like the English. I think it might be even the flax. I think it might be the flax from Northern Ireland. It's dated 1948, so it's just after the Second World War, which of course makes it George VI. Next coin I bought out is another half crown, dated 1967, so it's Elizabeth II. Again, this coin's in quite good condition considering its age. There seems to be little or no tarnishing on it. We're doing quite well with the silver today. Next one is a George V. There's a little bit of something I'm not quite sure on. It's not sticky, but there is something that seems to be stuck onto it. So George V, 1 penny piece. It's from 1917. It's a bit worn on the Britannia side of the coin, which I suppose you should expect for something that's over 100 years old, but it's a lot clearer and you can see all the writing on the head side. On the reverse side, the 1 penny is faded somewhat, and also the date. You have to be sure, take a close look to see the date. It is 1917. It is reasonably clear, but it seems to be a thing with the older coins that the reverse here, on the reverse side here, you do tend to lose the writing and the date. I'm not quite sure why that is, but it seems to be tends to be this what happens. Again, another brass coin that isn't badly tarnished. Again, it's from the 60s, 1964, so it's Elizabeth II. Again, it's just starting to tarnish, but it isn't too bad at this moment in time. The coin I drew out with this was also Elizabeth II, also just beginning to tarnish, but still has a lot of the original coloration. This is a halfpenny from, yet again, 1967. I think virtually every coin that we've dragged out has actually had a 1967 version of it. And we have yet another half crown. This one's dated 1963, and it has the Elizabeth R on it, which all Elizabeth II's coins have on from this period. And there we go, first portrait of Her Majesty. The coin I drew out with it is a George V halfpenny. It is quite badly worn, this one. it may take a little to draw to actually see the king himself, George V. On the back it's even worse. You do have Britannia, but it's not easy to see the date. This is where this little gadget comes into its own. If I just lift this up slightly, that's where this little gadget comes into its own. This is a microscope. It can actually fit onto a PC. If I just switch it on for a second. There we go. Can you see on the bottom there, if I just focus in a bit, if I can focus it in correctly, I'm looking from the side, there is the date, 1914. It's got 10,000 magnification. The beauty of this one is that I can actually fit it to a PC, and you can put a memory card into here which will allow you to photograph the items underneath the microscope. This was built originally for places like schools to use for biology lessons and such like, but it is also good to be used in the coins when things are indistinct. So there we've got the date of 1914. There's Britannia. You can't see the writing around the outside of that coin because it's quite badly worn, but from the size of it, it's got to be a halfpenny. It's not small enough to be a farthing, and it's too big, and it's not big enough to be a penny, so it only leaves one, doesn't it? I've just picked a couple more out. These are both 3 pences. This one's dated 1967. It has the portcullis as the main back area, and it's Elizabeth II, of course, 1967. The next 3 pence, or threepenny bit, if you want to call that, is 1952. This was the last year of George VI. He died in 1952, and the first of the Queen Elizabeth's coins was dated 1953. There you go, George VI. 1952. Again, I've drawn 2 out again. First one, George V. Again, not very easy to see. So if I bring the coin, bring in the magnifier again, you can see quite clearly on this one. It's 1914. Again, around the top, the 1 penny, you can see that it's starting to fade. If you actually take a look at it away from the camera, away from this lens, you can see that it's not too easy to see. The next coin is Victoria, and it's 1893. Again, it's a penny piece. Lovely coin, like Victoria's coins. Next one, a penny from 1912. 1912 is George V. Great coin to have. Elizabeth II, halfpenny. Date is 1956. And the last one for this hunt is a shilling, is the English shilling again. It's dated 1955. That ends the hunt for today. Please hit the subscribe button if you want to see more content from me, and like it if you give it a thumbs up if you like the actual hunt itself this time round. I will be back again shortly with more coins from my collection, or to add to my collection. Until then, if you're having coin hunts of your own and your own coin collecting, good luck with it, and I hope you find what you want. Until the next time, ta-da.